Okay, let's do a couple more. Let's go File, Import File, and mountainpeaks2.mov. Okay, so this is this sort of helicopter looking footage there of these mountain peaks. And let's make a radio waves coming from this point on the peak. Okay, so we'll track the effect to that point. Let's put it on a solid layer. So layer, new, solid. Okay, and okay, and we'll go effect, generate radio waves, and just play a little forward so you can see what that looks like. And then just before we do anything else, let's make the radio waves look a little cooler. I'm going to make them, mine came out blue for starters, so I'm maybe going to make them sort of a yellow or something. And let's change the frequency under wave motion to 2 and the lifespan, how about 2? Yeah, that's pretty cool. And let's have them fade out as they get fatter as they fade out, and it'll look like they're dissipating sort of. So down here under stroke, I'll do start with 1 and end with 10. Yeah, that's not a bad look. All right, so back down on our mountain footage layer, right? We will track motion, okay? I'm hitting edit target just to make sure it's my solid layer. And let us open this up a hair just so we can move it. And now let us, the thing here is that you don't want to put it directly on the tip of the mountain, because that edge is caused half of the stuff on the top of that edge is moving in the other direction. So you have right on the edge, you have kind of like two things moving in two different ways. So you want to actually put it on the front of this bush, not on the very top of the mountain, kind of in the front of this green bush, close to the top of the mountain. Okay, like right there. Now, one other thing, before, most of the changes that we were looking for were described by kind of like lightness and darkness. But if you look at the front of this mountain, it's not that much light or dark anywhere, but there is a difference in color. So if we just go to options here, see how it's been, well, I think yours is probably on luminance, okay? I think that's the default setting. I believe that's what we've been using, and I'm just suggesting we should make it RGB. If it's already RGB, then leave it there. And this should be adapt feature down here. I'm not sure if it is or not, but make it that way if it's not, and we can leave everything else alone. I just made this a little bit bigger. It moves very slowly. I don't think it has to be too big. All right, make sure we're on the home. At home, let's analyze forward. Make sure that thing sticks on there. There's some big mountains there. And it looked like it worked, so let's apply. X and Y, yes. And let's play it. Cool, it worked. All right, one little problem. All right, you may notice that the whole solid layer, right, is moving, and you can see the radio waves are kind of, you're seeing the edge of that solid layer, so that's a flaw with the way we did it, but we can fix it pretty easily. Let's just go to our black solid layer. Let me get where I can see the edge there. Yeah. S for scale. And let's just scale it up a little bit till, okay. And if doing that somehow changed the effect in some way, you could still go back in and, the only thing that's kind of like written in stone is the position that the tracker pulls it along on, but you can still change the effect, right? All right, so that's good. Let's go do another project using the same one. So just for simplicity, I'm going to go File, New Project, don't save, and I'm going to import File, Import File, and I'm going to bring in that mountain peaks again. All right, this time let's make lightning and have it bounce from between the two peaks. Okay, let's see. Okay. Track motion. Okay. And let's go to options. And let's call this one front peak. Okay, you're going to want to name that because it'll stop things from being confusing later. It's RGB. Okay. And let's put that the same place as before. Okay, make sure you're at home. And let's analyze. Okay, go back to home, and let's go to change current track to none, right? And then track motion, and let's go to our options and change it to back peak. And let's put that up on this peak. And again, not on the very top, just on the face of it, on the edge of a bush or something. And make sure you're at home. Let's analyze forward. Okay, so now I think you could do this stuff in different orders, sort of, but all we have to do now is let's see. So let's go to front peak for our current track, and let's edit target. Uh-oh. I'm going to put on my reading glasses. Okay, so we're on front peak. I was just going to check the target. Oh, haven't put the target in there yet, or haven't put the effect in. All right, so that's why apply is not showing, because I don't have anything here to apply to it. So effect, generate advanced lightning. Okay, and if you put, so here's our effect, right? If you put composite on original, that's what it's trying to say there, we'll see the background. And let's change that to two-way strike. Okay, so that goes between 2 points. Now, back to current track, front peak, go to edit target and make it advanced lightning origin and apply. And then let's go to, if it drops the motion source, if it goes to none like mine just did, just go back to mountain peaks, so it'll get you back. All right, and then go from front peak to back peak, okay, and edit target and make it advanced lightning direction. The two things are called origin and direction, okay? It's really more like two origins, but whatever. And apply. Okay, play that, and it's you know, Gandalf versus Dumbledore there or whatever. Pretty cool. And you can still go back in and change the, you know, change the lightning if you want to something else or whatever. All right, so let's we'll hand in two things. Let's render this and hand it in. Okay, you know, composition, add to Adobe Media Encoder Q, that kind of stuff. So just as a record of that. And then there's one more thing here, okay, that I'll just kind of show you tell you what to do, and then you can kind of figure it out on your own as a test. So file, new project, and let's file, import file, and it is MRI, let's see, yeah, MRI computer, okay? That's the scene, okay? And you'll notice it's a subtle scene, but it does have some camera movement. And we want to put another image on the front there. So file, import file, and heart monitor, okay? Put that on top. All right, we can turn it off in a moment. Get that here. And you do this exactly the same way as the gap sign, except we don't need to pre-compose and put type on there. It's just like the first half of the gap sign. You know, just track motion, and it's going to be, I know you're saying, don't tell me, I know. It's going to be perspective corner pin, and do your business, turn this back on, and render that and hand it in too. I'll make a place to hand in each of those things. That's motion tracking.